I'm Jeremiah McKinnon. This is NEC News Today. Here now are the top cannabis news stories from around New England for the second week of November, 2022. This week, details emerge that rapper, music mogul, and entrepreneur Sean Diddy Combs is stepping into the cannabis industry with a $185 million purchase of marijuana businesses across a number of states, including Massachusetts. Combs was able to strike the deal to acquire these assets from Cresco Labs and Columbia Care. The deal gives Combs a footprint of 3 dispensaries located in Greenfield, Worcester, and Leicester, Massachusetts. With this multi-million-dollar purchase, Combs is quickly being recognized as the largest black-owned cannabis company. On Twitter, Combs says that despite those headlines, the reality is that only 2% of marijuana industry is black-owned. This is what inspired him to enter the marijuana industry to be a part of positive change. Combs says that his motivation has always been to create opportunities for black entrepreneurs to thrive in industries without representation. The transaction will take some time to become official, as the merger of Cresco Labs and Columbia Care is still underway. For more information on this story, please visit our website. Election Day in Rhode Island included an opportunity for voters in over 30 communities to make the decision on whether or not to allow recreational cannabis businesses. According to data from the Providence Journal, over 30 communities had cannabis on the ballot, but only 6 decided to ban cannabis businesses. Communities that rejected cannabis businesses on election night were Barrington, East Greenwich, Jamestown, Little Compton, Scituate, and Smithfield. Existing medical marijuana dispensaries are now able to apply for hybrid licenses to sell recreational marijuana. Recreational sales are expected to begin around December 2022. This week, after hearing great things about flower from INSA in Massachusetts, I sought out some of their flower to try. I ended up buying their Runtz strain. These buds were well cured and did not disappoint. The packaging of the product was also quite innovative. The buds smoke great whether consumed by my water pipe or by joint. For the full review, including photos, please visit necnewstoday.com. This episode of NEC News Today is brought to you by CBD Please, the first CBD store east of the Mississippi, and your local resource for reasonably priced, lab-tested cannabis extracts. CBD Please was founded in 2014 by Bill Downing, who has been a leader in Massachusetts cannabis law reform since 1990. CBD Please offers everything from premium quality organic hemp buds to extracts, tinctures, and many other cannabinoids. Visit cbdplease.com for more information. A guidance document recently released by the Maine Office of Cannabis Policy regarding the sale of tobacco products has stunned and upset cannabis caregivers across the state. The guidance says that tobacco products include pre-rolled cannabis cigarettes, otherwise known as pre-rolls or joints, as well as electronic smoking devices, filters, rolling papers, pipes, and other devices, whether or not they contain nicotine. The guidance then reminds everyone that in order to sell tobacco products, a business must obtain a retail tobacco license. In order to obtain a retail tobacco license, a business must first maintain a physical storefront, which is what upset the cannabis caregiver community. According to a report from News Center, Maine, of the roughly 3,000 caregivers in the state, many operate out of their homes or on small farms. Medical marijuana caregivers in Maine are using their voices to speak out against this guidance document when they feel it will harm their ability to conduct business. For more information on this very concerning development for Maine caregivers, please visit our website. Cannabis consumers in the city of Somerville, Massachusetts can expect their first adult-use cannabis dispensary to open later this month. Massachusetts voters legalized marijuana for adults 21 years and older in November of 2016. 6 years later, in November of 2022, Somerville is preparing for their first adult-use dispensary to finally open its doors. The store is called The Goods and is located in Davis Square on 255 Elm Street. The Goods is planning to open for business on November 17th. The dispensary is located within a few hundred feet of the existing Sierra Naturals medical marijuana dispensary that opened in 2017. Somerville residents are likely excited as roughly 75% of voters in the city supported legalizing marijuana when it was on the ballot in 2016. For more information on this new dispensary, please visit necnewstoday.com. In Vermont, the Cannabis Control Board has released a bulletin to explain the upcoming changes that are coming for Vermont hemp operators. Earlier this year in Vermont, the Agency of Agriculture, Food and Markets announced that the state would be withdrawing from the USDA hemp pilot program by the end of the year. Vermont's Cannabis Control Board held a meeting on Wednesday which included discussion of a bulletin that outlines the future of what hemp farmers and producers will need to do to remain compliant. According to the bulletin, the Cannabis Control Board is now responsible for regulating hemp and hemp-derived products in Vermont. The Vermont Cannabis Control Board says that they are currently developing the rules to regulate hemp processors. The board anticipates making applications available by mid-2023 for hemp processors. In order to remain compliant, hemp growers in Vermont will need to register with the USDA moving forward as of 2023. The bulletin also spells out how any hemp-derived product that contains more than 1 milligram of THC per serving must undergo the exact testing, labeling, and packaging requirements as marijuana products. Those products would also have to go through the legal cannabis system in order to be sold to consumers. For more information on this story, please visit our website. Last but not least this week, the City of Boston is reversing course when it comes to impact fees for cannabis businesses. According to reporting from the Boston Globe, the city has decided to not only end its practice of collecting impact fees from cannabis businesses, they'll also return a total of almost $3 million back to 9 cannabis businesses. Boston now joins Northampton and Cambridge as cities that do not collect impact fees in Massachusetts. Recent changes to Massachusetts state law led the City of Boston to reevaluate their practices. The Omnibus Cannabis Equity Bill signed into law in August officially took effect this week. Businesses and advocates are hopeful that the new law will prevent municipalities from extracting money from marijuana businesses without justification. For more information on this story, please visit necnewstoday.com. For the absolute latest New England cannabis news, head on over to necnewstoday.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video. Subscribe to NEC News Today for more great content, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode of the show. For New England Cannabis News Today, this is Jeremiah McKinnon reminding you to always use cannabis responsibly and to enjoy your cannabis-filled adventures throughout New England.